What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today I'm going to try out a Florges team in the Open Great League. This Pokemon is basically the only fairy type that I really like to use right now, mainly because it has great access to coverage moves like Chilling Water as well as Trailblaze, and because it has a very high pacing energy generation move of Fairy Wind, it's able to put in quite a bit of work even in some bad matchups. I'm going to pair it up with Furret as well as Corviknight, so let's get into the battles and see what this team can do. First match against Stone Collection. Alright, Corviknight into Goodra. Okay. This is weird, because I don't really want to be in this matchup, because I have a Florges. Okay. He pretty much immediately sends a move here. Thing is, Florges isn't the best counter to this either. Okay. Try to catch doesn't quite work. Although he does still throw energy here, which is pretty good. Probably an Aqua Tail. I have a lot of energy left over on my Corviknight, just in case there is like a Scizor in the backline that I need to snipe down. Oh, interesting. We see a Furret come in, of all things. And Furret by no means is a counter to our Florges, but it is pretty neutral into us. Yeah, this is where Moonblast would actually be kind of nice, because maybe a Moonblast could knock out from here. But I can guarantee you a Chilling Water is not going to be able to. Big Swift, we survive. Alright. Well, Chilling Water a second time here. And then, honestly, I think I'm going to swap. But into who? I'm going to swap to my Furret here, honestly. Just so I get a bit of an energy lead here. And that way, I can save some of my energy and HP on Corviknight. Okay, they have to throw energy before swapping out, because they did do a bit of a chip and dip play earlier on in the match. So it's a -2 Swift. It's not going to do that much damage. We might see Goodra, we might see the third. It is Goodra that comes back in. And I should be able to get to 2 Swifts before they can get to 2 Aqua Tails against us. So either I get a shield or a knockout. Still don't know what's in the back line, but it seemed like they were kind of scared of our Furret, or our Florges rather, so that's weird. Got a lag there. Hope I didn't miss a move. I don't think I did, but there's always a chance. Thunder Punch does do more raw damage, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that per se, but no, we see that instead. The thing that I'm kind of scared about is I have a lot of energy, but I still have 2 shields left over, and I'm pretty low on all 3 of my Pokemon, so I don't know exactly when I'm going to start shielding. Okay, that's a really good shield to get, though, because now I have 2 Air Cutters. I can throw one against this. If they shield, I have another one. If they no shield, then I also just have the ability to, see what they need to let us do. Okay, Ufisk makes sense. 5, so right now they're at a discharge. This is gonna be a weird game, because that Furret is still alive in the backline. Although Sand Attack and Payback is gonna add up quite a bit. Yeah, we get a shield there, actually. Alright, they're farming us down, it looks like. So it's gonna be down to my Furret to try to win this game. They're gonna have 100 energy coming out of this matchup, but they're gonna be in range where a Trailblaze could knock them out here. Okay, they go instantly here for an attack. I'm gonna shield it up. I feel like I need to at this point. I need to save some HP somewhere. Okay. They should be 3 away from another attack right now. We'll swap. Okay, beautiful. That should win us the game. I was worried that they'd catch. They didn't quite catch, but they ended up trying to anticipate that maybe I had a move on my Furret. And because I still had the Trailblaze there in the backline, once their Furret goes down, there's not much that Ufisk can do. Let's go. Okay, next opponent here. Corviknight into oh my goodness, the Ampharos. That is kind of spicy. Not exactly a great lead matchup for us, but I mean, Florges can swap in here. Okay. Looks like we're in a bit of a tricky spot right now. Although, I don't know. What's in the back with this? They probably have to have like a real Mud Slap answer, probably like a Flyer. If it's like a Corviknight, we're in a lot of trouble. But we'll see. The good thing is Ampharos is a remarkably squishy Pokemon, so I'm not like super concerned with the fact that they're going to be able to get a lot of damage into my Florges here. I'm going to just debuff this Cradilly as much as I can, and then I'm going to try to get a lot of energy on my Corviknight to throw paybacks into that Ampharos. That at least is the hope. We'll see if it's going to play out that way. Yeah, I mean, after that debuff, I do nothing here with my Chilling Waters. They can just acid us all the way down, but not before I get a parting gift off with another Chilling Water. They don't throw energy. They know they survive, so they might as well double debuff my Corviknight. I'm hoping I can Sand Attack down and only take 2 Rock Tombs, which I should be able to. Like, there's no way I don't, right? No way I don't, surely. With that said, I am going to be debuffed twice, so my attack's going to do nothing to that Ampharos even. But that Rock Tomb's pretty pitiful against us as well. They are at most, or at least, I guess, 4 away from their next move, so I should be able to stand attack down. Alright, big Rock Tomb. 3, 4. Okay, I just barely stand attack down, actually. Alright, save a lot of energy there, come in for it. And they're gonna stay in for just a second here. Likely a Thunder Punch coming through. I feel like I might need to start shielding something this game, because I need to get shields down. So that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, well, they Brutal Swing. Probably shouldn't shield that. Okay, Torterra comes in. That's not impossible to beat, but it is a little bit scary. I almost wonder if they're on Trailblaze with that Ampharos. I'm gonna Trailblaze myself, just to boost my attack stat up a little bit. 5, 6... Okay, there's actually maybe a chance here that I can Sucker Punch down. I'm not sure if that's possible. If they go for a Frenzy Plant, that's good for us. Okay, so they're 3 away from their next move. I should be able to, just barely. Okay, now I have 2 of these attacks plus a payback. I probably should have gone for a Trailblaze here. Okay, we get a shield. Probably have to get a shield here on this one. Although maybe they don't, I don't know. I think I'm in a good spot, but it's going to be still kind of weird depending on what they do. Yeah, they have to no-shield that. I probably should have gone for a CMP there. Just so I can guarantee that I get 2 moves off, but if they went for a sneak, I didn't want to give that to them. Just a Brutal Swing, okay. I have 2 Air Cutters ready to go. I might be in Brutal Swing range. I'm just hoping that they're not at the energy for it just yet. Yeah, nice. Okay, I have the payback too. That was a close one. Ampharos lead, not the best lead for Corviknight, but oftentimes you see them run Trailblaze, or maybe like even Focus Blast as a coverage move, so the fast move pressure is the only thing that really hurts Corviknight there, so just barely able to dance around. Okay, next opponent. Let's see what we can do this game. Corviknight into Mightyena. Very interesting lead matchup. I don't know what they have in the back with this. I've seen a lot of teams with Wigglytuff Gastrodon with Mightyena in the Open Great League. 7. So right now they're at a crunch, potentially. That honestly does a decent amount of damage there. 8. I'll shield this up, because it's not going to be a Poison Fang. They're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so they have another crunch now. They shield that. I get a boost. I'm not going to shield. I might want to, though, like, maybe that would have been a better play to shield that. Okay, I think it's a Gastro in the back. So it's probably good that I see this here. Because my Furret is not quite as good into this. But we'll see what they want to do. Okay, they no shield, makes sense. 5, they just go for a Swift against us. They're 4 away from their next Swift. This is going to be a close game. I'm going to go for the Trailblaze here to try to ramp up my attack a little bit. But I don't know if it's going to be enough to put him into farm down range. Yeah, no, not quite. Alright, so I have a lot of work to do right now with my Furret. Maybe I have enough HP and energy. It is the Gastro. But if they go Body Slams here, I'm still going to take a lot of fast move pressure. That's just a Body Slam. Like, I literally have to no-shield it. And now I have to hope that I can Sucker Punch everything down at this point. The good news is I didn't take a Water Pulse. The bad news is there's still a Mightyena, as well as a Wigglytuff with a lot of fast move pressure on it. So we'll see what they bring in here. I feel like I'm about to get farmed down, because if they didn't save that Mightyena, I'd be in a better spot. But that Mightyena, plus the Wigglytuff, I think just has enough passive pressure against us now. Yeah, oh, that's way too healthy. I was never sucker punching that down. Oh man, I should have saved my Corviknight maybe. I mean, I figured I knew the team, but man, I was just playing around the fact that they weren't going to swap out, because normally that team plays for switch advantage. I feel like swapping immediately is a very risky play for them. All right, Maxi. We got Maxi again. What is he running today? Corvin to Shadow Flame. Not a great lead matchup here. I have my Florges that can swap into this, though, and start debuffing potentially. Alright, I get this off first, which is good, but he can boost his attack up likely with a Flame Charge himself, so we'll see what he has and what he does. Oh my goodness, we land that attack. That is a lot of damage. I'll shield this up, because I feel like at this point, winning Switch wouldn't be a bad thing. Okay, he actually does that. 5. Okay. I'm surprised he flew there. I wonder if that means that he has, like, a different moveset than normal. Like, maybe he's on Brave Bird? Dang it, dude. I wanted to swap with his energy. What do I do here? I'm gonna come in Furt and just build up a lot of energy. He's debuffed at this point, so that's good for me. I'm hoping that his final Pokemon is weak to Corviknight, but Talonflame is still around, which is kind of scary. Trailblazes, okay, that's smart. Boosts his attack back up here, so now he's at neutral. Whatever he's going to throw is going to do quite a bit of damage into us. Swift, okay. He caught on Talonflame. Interesting. I mean, I'm fine getting rid of this, because he has so much energy here. Okay, and Furt comes back in. I mean, if he no-shields this, hold on. I mean, I have a lot of energy on my Florges, so I can debuff the final Pokemon several times. At least twice, right? But I'm going to give him a bit of a farm down by doing so. So we'll see what he has in the back. How playable is this going to be? He gets a Swift off into us. Okay. Please tell me I get a second Chilling Water into this. If so, I should just win. Chilling Water 1. They have to shield the next, or else they get farmed down. 3. I think I win. I think I win. It's a -2 Annihilate. I don't see what it can do at this point. Nice. Yeah, alright, alright. Corviknight, once it avoided the Talonflame, actually had quite a bit of play there. Alright, next opponent. We've had a decent run so far today. I think we're 3-1 in this set. And Shadow Caesar, that's exactly where I want to see it. Furt can deal with it too if I need to, but Florges does want to avoid it at all costs. Okay. We went for a catch here, not like I was really trying to. I more so just wanted to, like, I don't know, build up some energy on Corviknight. Okay, they go for the Aqua Tail. Doesn't knock us out. And the best thing is, because I got a sneak on the catch, I actually can just outpace them here. So I just get 2 shields from them if they want a 2 shield for switch, which is not exactly a good play a lot of the time. Okay, they're going to bring back in the Caesar, but they don't get a lot of energy here. Okay, they actually do get the perfect farm down, though. So that's fine. Because, I mean, Night Slash damage doesn't do a lot to Corviknight. 7, so they should be at 2 right now. Which means this isn't going to knock us out, but they're 3 away from their next attack. And if I do want to knock them out from this range, I have to pay back. Okay. Well, it's a good thing that I see this here, rather than on my other guy. We just need to spam out as many air cutters as we can. And I don't think we're going to be in range where an Orseer knocks us out for a bit. 5, so right now he's at another, or at his first Orseer, I should say. And they don't want to shield air cutters, right? So they let this go. Yeah. No boost, so this next one won't knock out. 7. 10. Okay. This is going to be an interesting game. Do they shield this or not? They don't. Which means I can actually get their shield here. 12. They actually, like, instantly threw the move. That's kind of smart, but also very risky, because there's a chance I don't swap there. I think I just go for fast moves at this point. I'm going to no-shield this, because it could be a Night Slash that's going to boost. Yeah. I don't know if this is the right play, though. Maybe I should have just gone double Swift, actually. Am I an idiot? Maybe I am. We'll see. How bad am I? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Maybe I should have, because now I might just get pecked down by that Togekiss. Oh, no, it have it in control. We stand attack down, and we win the game because that was calculated, and we knew that was going to happen. And we knew we were going to win. Okay, a little bit of a sloppy endgame by me. But still able to get the job done there. And I can't even catch this G-Fisk, oh my goodness. Okay, 4-1 to start, not bad. Let's keep it going. Okay, next opponent, they're in the 3300s. They're pretty high up right now. Corviknight into Guzzlord, alright. I don't want to see this on my Furret, so this is kind of nice to see here. The most annoying part about this, though, is while I am a Steel type and I am resisting the Dragon type damage, we have to keep in mind that, well, first of all, I have a Fairy type in the back that is not here. So that means it might be countered in the back line. And second of all, they just are able to win the Zero Shield matchup straight up. Because for some reason, they are about as spammy as I am. I can outpace to the 4th Air Cutter, but not to the first 3. I get a boost, though. That's kind of cool. I think because I got that boost, it might be worth investing a shield here on the 3rd Brutal Swing. Alright, they're at their next move here in one more Dragon Tail. So we'll make sure not to CMP. That'd be a big misplay. Alright, I'm going to shield this up, overfarm quite a bit of energy, and see what they want to do. Alright, I'm actually going to undercharge this a little bit, just in case they do no shield. That way I think I can sand attack down. Nice. And I get a second boost, because why not? We'll see what gets brought in here. Alright. They kind of have to shield this. They don't shield it, though. Wow, I just Sucker Punch down, then, before they get a move off. So it's a 2-on-1. The Caesar in the back line, okay. This game is very tricky. I think I just have to go for fast food pressure, but, like, that Trailblaze is a really smart play by them. I think they win, because they can Trailblaze us. Oh, no! We're just is so useless here in the backline. I mean, I knew it would be, right? I knew it would be. Oh, 1 HP! 1 HP. That is so tragic. Okay, we got our next battle here. Maybe I threw that last one by not Trailblazing. But hopefully, we can come back this time. And an Alolan Ninetales in the lead. Pretty neutral matchup. I am a Steel type. You'd think a Steel type would beat an Ice and Fairy type, but I don't actually have any Steel type damage, and I take neutral from the Ice type damage here, so it's actually kind of an awkward matchup. But my Sand attacks are actually doing a decent chunk of damage here as well, so I'm not upset about that. We'll at least bait that we have Iron Head, and maybe make them shield, but I doubt we'll get a shield here. It'd be really funny to have Iron Head, though, for like this one specific scenario. No, they let that go. 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm going to shield this up, because I can outpace to the next move just by 1 Sand attack. Two. I hope that I can Sand attack down if they let this go, but I mean, it's an Air Cutter, right? There's a good chance that I can't. Yeah, I can't, so I have to throw energy here. Corviknight is a fraud in this matchup. Who would have thought? But it's fine. We kind of get rid of this thing, and our Furret gets to avoid this, so that's nice. Well, that's not a great Pokemon to see. That's actually really bad. We'll see what we can do here. I'm pretty soft at Dedenne with this team. It's a tactical choice, though. ABA... Dude, what kind of team is this? Imagine if they had to fight against, I don't know, a single Shadow Caesar. What do they do? What do they actually do against that? That's insane. They catch a move on Feraligatr. Okay. Probably a good play by them. Shouldn't have thrown this, obviously, but maybe I can still dance around. I did debuff them, so they're going to do a lot less damage to us here. Alright. Big Hydro Cannon. I have back-to-back now, so we'll see what they want to do. I'd be surprised if they no-shield this, but maybe they do. Okay, we catch the move. That is marginally helpful for our odds of winning this game, but we'll see, because we're still in a bad spot here. Wait down the switch clock. That way I can swap into Florges at some point if I need to. Okay, they instantly Parabolic Charge us, which they kind of have to. The annoying thing is it's basically a two-shot on our Furret. They have to no-shield. Well, no, it doesn't really matter when they shield and what they shield. But they can no-shield this if they want. Okay, I waited a turn there just so I could swap. Now, I don't know if that's a good play or not, but, like, I needed to get out. But I'm in such a bad spot here. They just get to 2 attacks. Well, they don't go for it, though. But I see what they can do. I see one way that I can win this game, but they're not going to let it happen. You swap here. Yeah. I have to go for the Swift. All they needed to do was clear their debuff, and that's game over for me. At least I made them work for it, but yeah, that's... Ah, man, that's a little bit of a team breaker there, right? That's where Dedenne can still be a pretty strong Pokemon. If people disrespect it, like I am now, it can feel like a pretty strong pick, but get on one Mudslapper, or say they fought, I don't know, a single Shadow Caesar in the lead, and I don't know what they do. Alright, let's try to win this game. We've had some kind of close matches here where we can't quite win. We get a decent lead here. Whole team has play into this. Corviknight resists all the energy, though. So if they stay in, I'm not too upset. But as you can see, the Sucker Punch damage is adding up quite a bit here. So if they want to, they can kind of dance around, maybe just get some fast move pressure against us and then swap out. Payback ends up getting a shield. That's fine by me, because I can get to a second payback before they knock us out. And that will put them pretty low. Wow, they Trailblaze, so they're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, they could Trailblaze again, but it's probably just a Swift at this point. Which means they're probably at 2. 3. I mean, they're a boosted Furret here, which could be a little bit scary. I'm not going to let them farm us down. I'm going to swap. 4, 5. I mean, this is a boosted Swift. And I feel like Florges could at least have some play into the backline. Cradilly's unlikely to be in the back. Maybe a Shadow Caesar could be back there. That'd be bad. Now, we see a Corviknight come in, which is by no means a bad Pokemon to see. We're at 5. And baiting this out so my own Furret doesn't have to fight this is pretty nice. 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so 10. Which means they're at 1 right now. Honestly, if I get a second debuff into them, I might even just swap into my own Furret. Well, they boost. They're at 6. I wouldn't be surprised with a Mudslapper in the back the way they're playing this out. All right, they're at 13, so 4. I'm going to swap here. Hopefully no boost. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Makes sense, you Fisk. But I can go for an instant Trailblaze here to ramp up my attack stat. And I don't think they can shield this. Because I obviously will do more damage with my next moves. 6, 7, 8. I survived the first here pretty comfortably. 9. We'll shield this up if they go for the shield themselves. They might try to no shield, hoping that I go for a Swift here. They do shield, though. Mud Bomb doesn't knock us out, though. I'm gonna no shield. Maybe it's a bad play. Okay. It's not bad. We have an Air Cutter out of this. And they're basically going to be in Swift range here. They're not quite yet, though. Maybe they are. You get a boost, which means absolutely nothing there. Okay. I'm so low, though. There's a chance maybe that Euphis can put in some work in the back line. We'll see. But I think I just fast moved down. Yeah, actually, I just farmed down. They were 4 away from back-to-back attacks there, so even if they did knock us out, I think my Fairy Winds would have been enough. That was a really close match there, though. GG's. Okay, next game. Corviknight into Dedenne. Okay, this is the Nightmare scenario. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to try to dance around here, because I feel like it is still going to be, like, playable if they stay in with my Florges. I'll shield the first attack up, because I kind of have to. It's going to do the most damage. You go for the Parabolic. Well, that's bad. I don't really know what to say about this team so far. It's definitely one that I lose to. It's not one that I have a lot of play against. We'll see what we can do, though. Maybe I can dance around still, because I do get debuffs off against them. 4, 5, 6. Okay. So my plan at this point is just to hope that I can somehow knock out one Pokemon in this game. Oh, they have Mirror Shot? That's insane. I guess we're catching a Mirror Shot here. I really didn't want to, I'm going to be honest. But I guess I'll take the catch. I didn't want them to stall the Switch Clock, though. They get the double debuff. They debuff me with the Mirror Shot against my Florges. They debuff me here as well. I didn't need to get debuffed, I'm not going to lie. That debuff is catastrophic. That does so much. 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, I have to shield this, I think. And, like, I need to swap now. I just need to dance around as much as I can. Like, that's the only way I have any chance of winning this. They're 1 away from their next move. Okay, they're at 6 right now. Good patience by them. They're at 6 here. They're basically dry on that other guy. Okay, they shield. Alright, I go for bad timing to try to get it off before they go for a Mirror Shot, but... Ugh, this is so bad. I think they need a Power Whip to knock us out, and I would assume that's what they're going to go for. Yeah, smart play, I guess. They don't do much to us here with the charge attacks. They probably Mirror Shot, I guess? I don't know. Why do they keep getting debuffs? Oh my goodness! This debuff luck for them has been absurd. I should survive this and get a payback off, right? No, I don't. Doesn't really matter. I can't win this game. Wow. I got exceedingly unlucky. Not that it really matters because it's a really bad lead, but I don't even get to see the third Pokemon. Ah, wow. Okay, that's a crazy duo to see in the Go Battle League in this day and age. I'm surprised someone's running Ferrothorn, but okay. All right, let's try to win this one. We've had some unfortunate games in this second set, but Shadow Caesar, there we go. That's a much better lead. Let's see if we can hold on to it here, or at the very least keep our Florges away from this. They're staying in for a second at least. Okay. Well, I don't necessarily need Switch, but I wouldn't mind Switch as well. 5. Okay. I can ramp up here with Florges, but I feel like at this point, it could be like, I've seen this team with Basti in the back before. There's a lot of things that could be back there. 6. At most, that's going to be a play rough. That's not at least enough energy for a Hydro Pump. And I have seen a few Hydro Pump Ozus run around recently. Okay, they throw the play rough. We'll Trailblaze again here and see if they shield or not. They don't. I hope I farm down in 3. I do. If I survive 1 Bullet Punch, I get a Chilling Water off. I don't know if I do, though. Oh, I actually do. That's amazing. We force energy out of them, which means now my Corviknight is in an even better spot against this Pokemon. They could always boost, though, but, Corviknight's one of the few Pokemon that can kind of handle it if they do. Nice, okay. That's a pretty good Pokemon for it to see here. It's not like a hard counter, but it's good enough that it's not going to be great for them. And I think I'm going to shield this first attack, because I don't think they're going to Fire Punch bait us. And I might as well start getting shields down if possible. They could debuff us, but it's only a 1 in 10 chance. And even if they did, I can just ramp my attack back up. They're at 2 right now. So 4 away from their next Scorching Sands. They do shield that. 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, I survived this. No reason to shield at this point. In fact, I'm going to go for a Swift here, I think. I know it's not a Trailblaze. They know it's not a Trailblaze. But I just need chip damage at this point. So we'll just full send this and see if they no shield. No, they do still shield. And we can pay back this to knock them out before they can get to a Night Slash. I still have my Ferret around. I still have a shield. And I'm well outside of Fire Punch range. And while Corviknight's not great into Diggersby, it's good enough here that I can just put in enough work that, yeah, there's not much it can really do. There we go. Okay. And with that, I think that at least kind of salvages his set. Not a positive set, but it's still, I think with the bad matchups that we saw, I made about the most of it that I could have. Maybe 1 game could have been winnable that I lost, but I think the other 2 are just completely unplayable games, so we'll take it. This team was actually quite a bit of fun to use, despite that crippling Dedenne weakness. I know that Pokemon is either going to be everywhere or nowhere in your GBL sets, so it's kind of a 50-50 call on if you should try this team out, but I think Florges is a fantastic Pokemon, and if you like the looks of it, give this team a go. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.